Where does military necessity intersect with proportionality in warfare? Breaking news in the realm of international humanitarian law? The question many are asking today: where does military necessity intersect with proportionality in warfare? As conflicts continue around the globe, understanding these principles is more important than ever. People are searching for clarity on how military actions are justified and what protections exist for civilians. Military necessity and proportionality are key concepts in the laws of armed conflict and the Geneva Conventions. Military necessity allows for actions that are essential to achieve a legitimate military objective. However, this principle is not absolute. It must be balanced with the principle of proportionality. Proportionality prohibits attacks that could cause civilian harm or damage to civilian objects that is excessive compared to the military advantage gained. Commanders must consider the expected military gain against potential civilian losses. This balance is critical in decision-making during armed conflict. For example, a commander may assess broader strategic goals when determining military necessity. However, this does not mean they can ignore proportionality. The law requires that civilian harm must be limited and justified by military gain. The intersection of these principles occurs when commanders evaluate whether a military action is justified by military necessity, while ensuring that collateral damage is not disproportionate. Even necessary attacks must minimize harm to civilians and civilian infrastructure. Recent developments in various conflicts highlight this ongoing challenge. As military operations continue, the need to comply with international humanitarian law remains vital. The Geneva Conventions and customary international humanitarian law impose limits on warfare to protect civilians. The principle of proportionality acts as a safeguard against excessive civilian suffering. It ensures that the pursuit of military objectives does not lead to unlawful harm. Commanders must evaluate military necessity and proportionality together to uphold the protection of civilians. In summary, military necessity defines permissible military actions, while proportionality ensures those actions do not result in excessive civilian harm. This balance is essential for compliance with international humanitarian law during armed conflict.